Neal, our project is on disability, bullying, and well-being in East London. Can I ask you if you have ever been affected by bullying or hate crime in relation to your disability?
Yeah, I was thinking about this, and I know been bullied around there, but when I was in Cheltenham at college, I got horrendously bullied. Would you like me to tell you about that?
Yes, that would be really interesting for anyone watching.
I was about 18, 19, and I went out for a drink one Monday night as college students do, right? And when I was walking back, the group of lads started taking a mick out of me, and me being a sopping 19-year-old wasn't gonna take it, so I followed them, and one of them urinated over me.
Oh, it's terrible.
So, and I was this not lucky, so I'm gonna do on the public, and this nightclub, there is a alleyway to the front door, so I was walking down the alleyway, and they were standing over the side of the alleyway, and they pulled me out on my chair and started kicking me. And I got another story. Would you like to hear that?
Yes, Neal, we would. Thank you.
So again, I sang a bit okay. Sorry. But another time, I was out on a Friday night on a pub crawl. So I was walking down this road, right, and this man started with a facial said to me, F off, and he said to this man who was giving it on, don't worry about him, he ain't got a brain.
Oh, Neal.
And I went to the papers about it in my local town, and you know what really disgraced me about that is I got told of from my college about bringing them into this post.
Right, okay, so you didn't have the support there at all.
No, because I didn't go through the proper communication guidelines.
Neal, there's a few aspects to that story there. One is about how other people around you responded, including the college and the newspaper. But I guess I'm going to ask you, if you look back on that man now, what advice would you have for your younger self?
I would say definitely not chase them. They want a least a bit because nowadays you don't know what anyone has got on them, whether it be a gun, a knife, or a busy bag. So just walk away. It takes the bigger person to walk away. Yeah, personally, you know, this happened about 18 years ago. So the police might be better now, but I found it horrendous. The story about them urinating on me that went on for a whole year, and they said he couldn't go to court, not enough evidence, but there was CCTV. So while I didn't have faith in the authorities back then, I'm sure nowadays, because hate crime is, I feel, more on the agenda as it should be. They probably got more resources and more of an understanding. It really frightened me. And the police being so young, you put the police on the pedestal as they can sell at anything. But personally, then I thought they didn't protect me now.
Neal, do you think that young people today in East London, young people with a disability, still face a similar level of bullying and hate crime related to disability that you did 18 years ago?
Um, I'm, I'm not sure about that question. Some of the stories I heard, but when you think about it now, bullying is not just face to face. You know, you got cyberbullying is on the rise. So there are many, many forms of other bullying than face to face.
Louise, as a young person who works with young people, do you hear stories of bullying and hate crime in relation to disability? And also, as a follow-up to that, do you hear stories about cyberbullying or online bullying in terms of Facebook or social media or mobile phones and texting?
Quite often we do. A lot of the members do come to us and tell us about experiences from school where they've been bullied and name calling, or physically as well, bullied by being pushed around and things like that. We don't really hear much on social media, surprisingly. Mm-hmm. Not many members come to us to say that they've been bullied on social media or through text and things like that. It's more face-to-face that we find. But I don't know if that's because quite a lot of our young people are quite savvy with the computer and do have protections on their Facebook and on their social media accounts. Mm-hmm. So they only have their friends on there. That's a really good thing about Facebook, that you can set the privacy as to how you want it and who can see what you're writing or what you're posting.
Do you think young people are more equipped to know what to do when they encounter bullying in their lives, or do you think it's bewildering for them still and that there's more work to be done?
I think there definitely is still more work to be done, but I do find more young people are more resilient nowadays. They're aware that it's obviously not nice to be called a name, but they've been taught the correct way to deal with it. Like Neal said, is walk away. Don't get into a confrontation, which could escalate the situation. We do find our members do tell us what they did, and which often is they walked away from it, but they're upset about it after. That's why they come to speak to us at AVFAB or their teachers or their parents about what's happened.
Well, that was great, Neal. Thank you so much.
Okay.
And we look forward to seeing you another time soon.
Okay.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.